Your brain is lying to you right now, not sometimes, not when you're tired or distracted. Right now, in this exact moment. Everything you see, hear, feel, and believe about the world around you has been filtered, compressed, edited, and in some cases, completely invented by your brain. And once you see how deep this goes, you'll never trust your own experience the same way again. We found 50 things your brain is actively hiding from you. Right now, as you watch this, some of them are about perception, some about time, some about your body. All of them will make you question what's real. Let's count them down. Starting at 50. You've never been in complete silence. Even when everything around you goes quiet, your brain keeps making noise. It fires signals constantly, interprets, predicts, fills gaps. In fact, if true silence ever happened, your mind would start creating sounds on its own. So the silence you think you hear, it's not real silence. It's just your brain talking to itself. Number 49, your eyes are making up part of what you see. Right now, there are gaps in your vision, literal blind spots where your eye can't detect anything, but you don't notice them because your brain fills them in automatically. It invents what it thinks should be there, which means part of what you're looking at right now isn't actually there. It's generated by you. Number 48, colors aren't real. Color doesn't exist in the world. It exists in your brain. What's actually out there are wavelengths of light. Your brain translates those wavelengths into color, which means two people looking at the same object may not experience the same color at all. The color you call red might not look like anything to someone else that you'd recognize. Number 47, you've never actually touched anything. It feels like you have, but at the atomic level, it's impossible. Atoms repel each other, so when you touch something, you're feeling the electromagnetic force pushing back. There's always a tiny gap between you and everything else. Every handshake, every object you hold, you're never truly making contact. Touching is just your brain's interpretation of resistance. Number 46, your brain deletes most of your life. As it happens right now, your senses are taking in roughly 11 million bits of information per second. Your brain consciously processes about 50 out of 11 million, which means almost everything happening around you right now never becomes part of your experience. Your reality isn't everything that exists. It's just what your brain allows through. Number 45, you are slightly living in the past. Your brain takes time, around 80 milliseconds, to process everything you see and feel. By the time you become aware of something, it already happened. Even your decisions are made before you realize you've made them. So, the present moment you experience is actually delayed. You are always catching up. You are never truly in real time. Number 44, your memories are being rewritten. Every time you access them, memories aren't stored like files you replay. Every time you remember something, your brain rebuilds it from scratch. And during that rebuild, it can change small details. The more you remember something, the more it can shift. Your past isn't perfectly preserved. It's constantly being rewritten by your present. Number 43, you have a second brain in your gut. Your gut contains over 100 million neurons. It has its own nervous system, called the enteric nervous system. It communicates with your brain constantly, sending signals that affect your mood, decisions, even anxiety, which means that gut feeling you get, it's not just a metaphor. Your body is thinking, not just your head. Number 42, your brain predicts your actions before you do. Studies have shown that brain activity predicting a decision can be detected up to 10 seconds before you're consciously aware of it, which means the feeling of deciding might come after the decision is already made. So what you experience as free will could just be your brain informing you of what it already chose. And if that's true, you might not be in control the way you think. Number 41, you can't see your own face, ever. Every mirror shows a reversed version of you. Photos are a flat 2D snapshot from one angle. Neither is how other people actually see you in space, which means the face you're most familiar with the one you've seen every day of your life, is technically a version that no one else has ever seen. You've never seen your own face, just reflections of it. We're just getting started. You've got 41 more to go, and the ones coming up get stranger. Keep watching. Number 40. Your body is never still. It feels solid, fixed, real, but at the atomic level, your atoms are constantly vibrating and shifting. The electrons in your body are moving so fast, they're technically in multiple places at once. So the solid feeling you experience, it's an illusion created by motion. Nothing about your physical body is actually still. Number 39. You are made of mostly empty space. Atoms are made up of a nucleus and electrons, with vast empty space between them. If you removed all that empty space from every atom in your body, your entire physical form would shrink to something too small to see with the naked eye. The universe is the same. What we call solid matter is almost entirely nothing. You are more space than substance.
Number 38. Your thoughts might not entirely be yours. Your brain constantly processes information from your environment, conversations, media, people around you. It uses all of that to generate your thoughts, which means many of your ideas and beliefs were shaped before you were even aware of it. The line between your original thoughts and external input is nowhere near as clear as it feels. Number 37. Your sense of time is completely constructed. Time doesn't feel the same when you're bored versus when you're engaged. A minute can feel like 10, or 10 can feel like 1. That's because your brain constructs the experience of time based on how much information it's processing. More information equals time, feels longer. Less equals, it collapses. So time isn't something you experience. It's something your brain manufactures. Number 36, your brain fills in conversations before they finish. When someone is speaking, your brain predicts the end of their sentence before they say it. It uses pattern recognition to guess the next word constantly, which means you're often hearing your prediction, not the actual words. This is why mishearing lyrics, misremembering quotes, and finishing people's sentences all happen so easily. You're partly listening, partly guessing. Number 35, your body reacts before you feel it. When you touch something dangerously hot, your body pulls away instantly, before you even feel the pain. That's because your nervous system bypasses your conscious brain entirely to react faster. Your body is protecting you before you're aware of any danger, which means in critical moments, your body acts, and you just find out about it afterward. Number 34, the night sky is a time machine. Light takes time to travel. Even from objects right in front of you, there's a tiny delay. From distant stars, the light reaching your eyes left millions, sometimes billions, of years ago. Some of the stars you see tonight no longer exist. They exploded long before humans walked the earth. When you look at the night sky, you are literally looking into the past. Number 33, your heart may be influencing your brain. We assume the brain controls everything, but your heart has its own network of neurons. It sends signals to the brain constantly, including signals that affect emotion and decision-making. Some researchers call this heart-brain communication. So it's not just your brain telling your body what to do. Your body is talking back, and your brain is listening. Number 32, your name isn't you. It feels personal, like it defines who you are, but it's just a label assigned to you, something your brain learned to respond to. Over time, you attached identity to it. But without that label, you'd still exist exactly the same. The word you and the actual you, they're not the same thing. Number 31, you can't actually focus on everything at once. It feels like you're aware of your surroundings, but your attention can only genuinely lock onto a small part of your environment at any moment. Everything else fades into background processing. What you experience as being aware is actually your brain spotlight jumping from one thing to the next. You don't experience everything. You experience whatever your brain has decided matters. Halfway there, and it only gets stranger from here. The next section goes into things your brain does that you'd never suspect. Stay with me. Number 30, you've never experienced the same moment twice. Even if you repeat something exactly, same place, same routine, it's never identical. Your brain has changed. Your body has changed. The light is slightly different, Every moment is entirely unique, even when it feels familiar. So the idea of reliving something exactly as it was isn't just impossible. It's something your brain invented to feel comfortable. Number 29. Your brain is constantly predicting the future. Your brain doesn't just react, it anticipates. It uses patterns and history to guess what's about to happen next. That's how you understand speech as it's spoken, how you catch a ball, how you drive. But it also means part of what you experience is prediction, not actual input. Some of what you think is happening now is your brain guessing. Number 28. You've never seen darkness. What you call darkness isn't something your eyes detect. It's just the absence of light. Your brain interprets that absence and labels it. Darkness isn't a thing. It's the lack of a thing. Just like silence isn't a sound. Cold isn't a temperature. They're absences, which raises the question, how many other things you perceive are actually just the absence of something else? Number 27. Your identity shifts. Every single day, your brain rewires itself based on every experience. Every thought, every habit, every conversation changes it slightly, which means the person you were yesterday isn't exactly who you are today. Not metaphorically, literally. The neural connections are different. You are always becoming someone slightly new. Identity isn't fixed, it's a process. Number 26. Your brain creates reality before it receives it. Your brain doesn't wait for information to arrive. Before forming a picture of the world, it predicts, then updates when it's wrong. Most of the time, the prediction is close enough that you never notice the correction, which means what you experience isn't the world streaming in. It's your brain's model of the world, updated by reality. Number 25. Your emotions are partly physical, not just mental. We think of emotions as things that happen in the mind, but emotions are actually whole body events. Hormones, muscle tension, heart rate, breath. Your brain reads those physical signals and interprets them as feelings, which means your emotion isn't just a thought. It's a body state that your brain labels. Change the body state, change the emotion, which is why breathing slowly actually works. Number 24. Your brain can make you feel pain. That isn't real. People who've had limbs amputated often still feel sensations, even pain, in the missing limb, called phantom limb syndrome. The limb is gone. The pain is real, because pain isn't in your body, it's in your brain. Your brain constructs pain as a signal, and it can construct that signal even without a physical source, which means the line between real pain and constructed pain doesn't really exist. Number 23. You are slightly out of sync with everyone around you. Every person's brain has a slightly different processing delay, which means when two people are in the same room watching the same thing, they're each experiencing a slightly different version of that moment. Not by much, milliseconds, but technically, no two people have ever experienced the exact same moment at the exact same time. Number 22. Your brain rehearses the future while you sleep. Dreams aren't random noise. Research suggests one of their functions is to simulate possible future scenarios. Your brain runs through situations, social, physical, emotional, to prepare you, which means some of the random dreams you have are actually your brain running practice scenarios. You spend hours each night preparing for things that may never happen. Number 21. Your sense of self is a story your brain tells. There's no single place in your brain where you lives. No central module that is you. What we call the self is constructed, a narrative your brain builds from memories, experiences, and predictions. It feels continuous and solid, but it's assembled moment to moment. The you you're so certain of is a story, a very convincing one. 20 left. These last ones are the strangest of all, because they're not just about your brain. They're about the fabric of reality itself. Number 20. Time may not flow. It may already exist. Physics suggests that past, present, and future may all exist simultaneously, like a timeline already fully laid out, and you're just moving through it, which means you're not moving through time. Time isn't flowing. You're just experiencing it in sequence. And if that's true, the future already exists. You just haven't reached it yet. Number 19. Your brain has a negativity bias built in. Your brain is wired to notice, remember, and dwell on negative events more than positive ones. It's called negativity bias, and it's an evolutionary survival feature. Bad things were more dangerous to your ancestors than good things were beneficial. So your brain learned to weight threats heavily, which means the world probably isn't as bad as it feels. Your brain is just watching for danger. Number 18. Every breath you take connects you to ancient history. Every breath contains molecules that have existed for billions of years. Some of them were inside ancient animals, dinosaurs, creatures that vanished 65 million years ago. Because matter doesn't disappear, it just gets reused. Every inhale connects you to the entire history of life on Earth. You're not separate from history. You're breathing it. Number 17. Your brain can be fooled into feeling another body. In the rubber hand illusion, a person's real hand is hidden and a rubber hand is placed in view. When both are stroked simultaneously, the brain starts to feel the rubber hand as its own. Poke the rubber hand. The person flinches and pulls away, which shows that your brain's map of your body isn't fixed. It's a model, and models can be updated with false information. Number 16. You are made of atoms, forged in dying stars. The atoms that make up your body weren't formed on Earth. They were forged inside stars in nuclear fusion reactions billions of years ago. When those stars exploded, they scattered those atoms across space. Eventually, some of them ended up here, and eventually in you. You are literally made of ancient stardust. Number 15. Your brain constructs a unified experience from fragmented inputs. Your eyes, ears, nose, skin, and sense of balance all send information separately. None of them send a single unified stream. Your brain assembles all of that, with slightly different delays, into what feels like one seamless experience. What feels like right now is actually a stitched together construction. Reality, as you experience it, is an edited version. The edit is happening below your awareness. Number 14. Your brain can generate experiences with no external input. Dreams are the most obvious example, but hallucinations, phantom sensations, and even regular imagination use the same neural pathways as real perception, which means your brain can produce sights, sounds, and feelings without any external trigger. The difference between experiencing something and imagining it is smaller than you think. In your brain, the same machinery is running. Number 13. Your attention is being shaped by forces you don't notice. Apps, feeds, and platforms are designed at a neurological level to hold your attention. The colors, notifications, variable reward loops, they exploit the same dopamine pathways as gambling. You don't choose to scroll. Your brain is responding to an engineered stimulus, which means your behavior online isn't fully yours. It's partly the result of systems designed specifically to capture you. Number 12. Your brain rewrites your past to match your present beliefs. When your beliefs change, your brain quietly revises your memories to match. People misremember their own past positions to align with what they currently think. This is called memory revision, and it's automatic and unconscious, which means your memory of who you were has been edited by who you are now. Your past is always being rewritten from the present. Number 11. You've never actually seen yourself. Every mirror shows a reversed image. Every photo captures one flat angle. Every video plays back with a fraction of a second delay. None of these is how other people see you in real space, in real time. The version of you that you're most familiar with is one no one else has ever seen. We're only 10 left. The final 10 are the ones that stay with you, the ones you'll think about at 2 a.m. Let's finish this. Number 10. Your brain can be convinced you did something you never did. Memory researchers have successfully implanted false memories in test subjects, detailed emotional memories of events that never happened. And the subjects were completely certain those memories were real, which means if your brain can be convinced about the past, how certain can you really be about your own history? Number 9. Consciousness might be an afterthought. Some neuroscientists argue that consciousess, your sense of being aware, isn't what drives your behavior. It might be more like a passenger, observing, narrating, but not steering. Your brain processes and acts. Consciousness may just be aware of what happened. which means the you that feels in control might be watching a movie that was filmed without you. Number 8, your brain is unique in a way that survives death. Your neural connections, the specific map of how your neurons link, is uniquely yours. No two human brains have ever had the same configuration. And that configuration was shaped by every single thing you've ever experienced, every conversation, every decision, every loss. Your brain is a physical record of your entire life. There has never been one like it. There never will be again. Number 7, reality. As you know, it is mostly inference. You don't perceive the world directly. Your brain receives signals and makes its best guess about what caused them. The world you see is your brain's best inference based on incomplete, compressed, slightly delayed data. You are not experiencing reality. You are experiencing your brain's best current theory about reality. Number 6, your brain can generate meaning where there is none. Humans see patterns everywhere, in clouds, in static, in random events, called apophenia, and it's built in. Your brain evolved to find signals in noise because missing a real signal was dangerous. But it also means your brain will manufacture meaning, narratives, signs, connections, even when none exist. Not every pattern you see is real. Some of them are your brain protecting you from uncertainty. Number 5, your brain has been shaped by every version of you that came before your experiences physically alter your neural connections. Every version of you, child, teenager, every year of your adult life, built the brain you have now, which means the choices you made at 10 years old changed who you are today. And the choices you make today are reshaping who you will be in 10 years. You are always building the brain that the next version of you will have to live in. Number 4, your brain is more active when you're doing nothing. The default mode network, the part of your brain most active when you're at rest, is also where planning, self-reflection, and creativity live. When you're idle, your brain isn't resting. It's doing some of its most important work, which means boredom isn't empty. It's when your brain processes, connects, and creates. The most useful mental work you do might happen during the times you feel like you're doing nothing. Stillness isn't wasted time. It's necessary time. Number 3, you are connected to every living thing that has ever existed. The carbon in your body was once in other living things. The water in your cells has cycled through oceans, ice caps, and ancient rain. The air you're breathing has passed through billions of lungs over millions of years. You are not separate from the history of life on Earth. You are the current form of matter that has been alive in various shapes for billions of years. Number 2, your brain can change at any age. For most of history, scientists believed the adult brain was fixed. We now know it isn't. Neuroplasticity means your brain rewires based on what you practice, experience, and learn at any age. The habits you build, the skills you practice, the things you pay attention to, they are literally shaping the physical structure of your brain. You are not stuck. Your brain is always capable of becoming something it hasn't been before. Number 1, you will never know what it's like to be anyone else. And this is the strangest one of all. Every person around you has an entire inner world, sensations, memories, a private experience of reality that you will never access, not even partially, not even with language. The closest you can get is empathy, your brain simulating what you think they might feel, but their actual experience completely sealed. You are the only being in existence who will ever know what it is like to be you. And that, out of everything on this list, might be the most mind-bending fact of all. 50 things. 50 ways your brain has been quietly shaping, filtering, constructing, and in some cases, hiding reality from you. And here's what's fascinating about all of this. Your brain does this to help you, not to deceive you. The filtering, the prediction, construction, it's all there so you can function. So you can move through the world without being overwhelmed by the full weight of what's actually happening. But once you know that it's happening, you start to ask different questions about what's real, about who you are, about what you're actually experiencing. And those questions, once they start, don't really stop. If this video made you think differently about anything, drop it in the comments. Which one hit hardest? Which one do you still not believe? And if you know someone who needs to have their reality rearranged, send this to them. We'll see you in the next one. You've made it through all 50, but now comes the part where things get personal. Everything we've talked about so far has been happening inside your brain. Now we're going to prove it. No lab equipment, no neuroscience degree, no expensive technology, just you. 10 simple experiments that reveal how strange your mind really is. And once you experience them yourself, they're much harder to forget. Let's begin. Bonus number 10. Find the part of your vision that doesn't exist. Most people assume they see everything in front of them. You don't. In fact, there's a hole in your vision right now, a blind spot, and your brain has been hiding it from you your entire life. Try this. Hold one thumb out to your left. Hold your other thumb out to your right. Close your left eye. Now stare directly at your left thumb. Slowly move your right thumb closer toward the center. At a certain point, it disappears. Gone. Not blurry, not faded. Completely gone. Then it comes back. What happened? That missing thumb entered your blind spot, a region of your retina that cannot detect visual information. The truly strange part isn't that you have a blind spot, it's that you never noticed. Your brain quietly fills in the missing information every second of every day. You've been looking through a hole your entire life, and your brain never told you. Bonus number 9, the color test that exposes your brain. Let's test something else. Imagine a bright yellow lemon. See it clearly, its shape, its texture, the tiny pores on the skin. Now imagine cutting it open. Watch the juice drip out. Bring the slice towards your mouth. Now bite into it, hard. What happened? Did your mouth water? For many people it does. Even though no lemon exists, no juice exists, no taste exists, your brain triggered a physical reaction anyway. Why? Because your brain often responds to imagined experiences almost as strongly as real ones. The body doesn't always wait for reality. Sometimes imagination is enough, which raises an uncomfortable question. How much of your emotional life is responding to events, and how much is responding to stories in your head? Bonus number 8. Your attention can vanish in seconds. Let's do another experiment. Look around the room you're in. Find 5 objects. A chair, a lamp, a door, a screen, anything. Now choose one object. Focus entirely on it. Notice every detail. Its shape, its color, its texture. Now ask yourself, what changed everywhere else? The answer is simple. Your awareness shrank. The more attention you give one thing, the less awareness remains for everything else. Attention isn't a spotlight that adds information. It's a filter that removes information, which means what you're aware of right now comes at the cost of everything you're not. Bonus number 7, the memory experiment. Think back to your last birthday. Try to remember the room, the people, the conversations, the sounds. Now ask yourself something important. Are you remembering the actual event? Or are you remembering the last time you remembered it? Most people assume memories are recordings. They're not. They're reconstructions. Every recall creates a new version. Every revisit changes details. Every retelling reshapes the story. What feels like certainty may actually be repetition. The more confident a memory feels, the more careful you should be trusting it. Bonus number 6, your brain invents motion. Hold your hand in front of your face. Now stare at one finger without moving your eyes. Notice what happens to the rest of your hand. Details begin to fade. Your awareness shifts. Certain areas become less clear. Your visual system prioritizes movement and change, not accuracy. The world feels stable, but stability is something your brain constructs. Reality isn't arriving as a finished picture. It's being assembled moment by moment. Bonus number 5, the inner voice test. Stop reading for a moment and listen. Can you hear your inner voice? Most people can. Now ask yourself something strange. What does that voice sound like? Where is it coming from? Who is speaking? And perhaps most importantly, who's listening? The voice feels like you, but it isn't always under your control. Thoughts appear, comments appear, judgments appear, often without permission. The next thought you're about to think, can you predict it before it arrives? Probably not, which means thoughts don't just come from you. They arrive inside you, and that's one of the strangest facts about consciousness. Bonus number 4, the time distortion challenge. Without looking at a clock, count 10 seconds. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3. Continue until you believe 10 seconds have passed. Now check a timer. How close were you? Many people are surprisingly wrong. Some estimate 6 seconds, others estimate 15, because your sense of time isn't a clock. It's a construction. When you're bored, time expands. When you're engaged, time contracts. When you're afraid, seconds feel longer. When you're happy, hours disappear. Time isn't just something you experience. Your brain helps create it. Bonus number 3, the self-experiment. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself at age 5. Now imagine yourself 10 years ago. Now imagine yourself 10 years from now. Which one is the real you? The child, the current version, the future version? All three feel connected. Yet, they're dramatically different people, different beliefs, different memories, different goals, different bodies, different brains, and yet you call them all me. The self feels permanent, but permanence may be the illusion. Change may be the reality. Bonus number 2, the pattern detector. Look around your environment. Find something random, wood grain, clouds, a carpet pattern, a wall texture. Stare at it. Your brain immediately begins finding shapes, faces, animals, objects, meaning. Why? Because your brain evolved to detect patterns. The problem is that it sometimes detects patterns that aren't actually there. This tendency helped our ancestors survive, but it also creates superstition, conspiracy theories, false assumptions, and mistaken conclusions. Your brain would rather find a pattern that doesn't exist than miss one that does. Bonus number 1, the most important experiment for the next 10 seconds. Become aware that you're aware. Not what you're thinking, not what you're seeing, not what you're hearing, awareness itself. The fact that experience is happening. Right now, notice that sounds appear, thoughts appear, sensations appear, but awareness remains, constantly observing. And here's the strange realization. Every fact in this video, every memory you've ever had, every person you've ever known, every success, every failure, every dream, every fear has appeared inside this single field of awareness. Your entire universe exists through it. Without it, nothing else exists for you at all. And that may be the most extraordinary thing your brain has been hiding from you this entire time. If these experiments surprised you, good, because the goal was never simply to teach you facts. It was to make you notice something. The reality you experience every day feels direct, obvious, certain. But beneath the surface, your brain is constantly editing, filtering, predicting, constructing, and interpreting. Not because it's broken, because it's trying to help. The truth is that your brain isn't showing you reality. It's showing you a version of reality that helps you survive. And once you understand that, you begin seeing the world differently. You question assumptions. You notice details. You become harder to fool, including by your own mind. So here's the question. Which experiment changed the way you think the most? Tell us in the comments. And if you enjoyed having your perception challenge, subscribe, because this is only the beginning. We'll see you in the next one.